In this video, I'm going to discuss some basic tips on how to use Cerner on the CPOE side. First, if your nurse has not completed the medication history and you go to try to do the admission reconciliation, you'll get this error. A quick way to get around this error is to go up to the document medication by history, use the last compliance, and document the history. From here, you can go to your admission reconciliation and continue with the normal process. I'm going to go ahead and just discontinue all of these meds and reconcile and sign. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a drug. I start typing B and V, and this shows you that the green dots are formulary medications, the red diamonds are non-formulary drugs. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and choose a formulary medication to be taken 1 milligram oral now. What's nice is this box stays up, so you can actually add multiple labs, orders, nursing tasks, whatever you want, all at once. So I'm going to add a CBC with diff, routine collect. I'm also going to add a troponin. Q6 hours for 3 times. And I'm just going to add an aspirin. I'm going to go ahead and give a 325 milligram tablet oral now. As you see, I'm switching between my fields of contains and starts with. The reason why is because if I'm not sure what something is labeled under, I like to start with contains. And then if I get just way too many things that I feel like looking through, and I'm pretty sure it will start with what I've typed, then I go ahead and switch it to starts with. I could also switch it to medications and lessen my field even more. Here's a key thing, make sure you're ordering for inpatient. You could order a med as a script at discharge by clicking on that. Then you'll get all medications that can be written as a script. However, for this, our patient is going to be inpatient, and I'm going to continue ordering multiple items. I'm also going to add a Cillin. So I'm going to go ahead and select penicillin G. If I need help with dosing, there are 3 different ways in which I can alert pharmacy that I need help. So I'm going to go ahead and select what my units are. Now, as we've seen, this box will not go away until I click Done, and then I can see all the different orders I'm working on. The details are down here below, and they're quite squished, so I'm going to click, drag, and bring up so that these details are much bigger. The dose was already filled in. But, again, if I wanted help with dosing, I could say, help with dosing. Do you want to enter this as a free text value at this time? Yes, I do. The nice thing about Cerner is it usually defaults to what you want to answer with. That is one way in which you can alert pharmacy that you need help with that dosing. Another way is when you go up to your plus add, you can type alert. By this symbol, you know it will go straight to pharmacy. I'm going to select none so I can write my own order sentence. My order sentence is going to be help with pen G dosing. Yes, I want to enter this as free text. It is going to be IV, so I can start typing IV, piggyback, frequency, as directed, because I'm not sure what I want it to be, and that's why I'm calling my pharmacist. That's the second way of alerting pharmacy. The third way of alerting pharmacy, if I type consult PH, then consult pharmacy pops up right at the top. I select that one, it's going to be routine, and again I go to my details and I can put in the special instructions, help with pen G dosing. This box has all of my details for this order up here that's highlighted. To see all of the orders that I'm working on, I can collapse this box by clicking on this down arrow, scroll up, and here are all the orders that I'm currently working on. If I'm done adding orders, I can sign. But the lab and pharmacy likes all the orders to be signed all together. So I'm going to continue all of my orders before I sign everything all together. I decided that this patient needs morphine. Although I'm not seeing exactly what I want, I'm going to choose the order sentence that is closest to how I want it. I actually wanted 3 milligram solution IV push, Q10 min, PRN for moderate pain. So I'm going to select that order sentence, click done, and then I could always type in exactly what dose I want for that order. Just because an order sentence is pre-written for you does not mean it is set in stone, and you can always change it in any way you want. Another thing about live Cerner is that when you have this PRN pre-written in your order sentence, it's sometimes quite difficult to get rid of. So if you don't want the medication given PRN and you want it just given at a scheduled time, then don't select an order sentence with PRN because it's a little bit difficult getting rid of that. Now I'm going to add a nursing task. There's a lot of confusion as to what nursing tasks are. Most nursing orders are already pre-written in Cerner. The only time you use a nursing task is when it's something very obscure that you know you won't find in Cerner, or if it's a communication to the nurse with an if-then order. So if patient temp is above 102, then get blood cultures times 2. Again, I'm going to look at all of my orders I've been working on, make sure they're everything I want, and sign. Because these are in the processing mode, I cannot discontinue or cancel reorder any of these items until I press refresh. Once I press refresh, now I can discontinue or cancel reorder. Use cancel reorder if you want to change something small. For example, on this nursing task, I decide that since the patient's running a bit high, I want to change the temperature to 103. I choose cancel reorder. My entire sentence is right there, so all I have to do is change it to 103, then sign my cancel reorder. That is the easiest and most clear way of changing things. Another helpful hint that your nurses will like is that when you're adding a bolus, type in bolus, then choose what kind of substance you want to give, then tell how much you want to give and how often. If you try to see or change your details by clicking over here, the details will not pop up. The history will pop up. In order to change or view your details, you need to click in the details section. Normally to add to favorites, I have to add it to my favorites before I've signed. However, I'm going to show you a quick way of getting around that. If I spent a lot of time writing this alert and I don't feel like retyping it, I still can save it to my favorites even though it's already signed. Likewise, if I see another doc has ordered something that I want to save to my favorites, you would save it in the same way. First, you right-click, cancel reorder, go to the actual order, and now, because you haven't signed this order, you can right-click and add to favorites. After you've added it to your favorites, since you don't want to cancel reorder the exact same thing, you can just right-click and remove it. My next video is going to be how to find orders that you want to place and how to find orders that you know have been placed. Thank you.